hole in my car.
I'm gonna try and turn this piece of wood into a bow and arrow. And then I'm gonna try and catch dinner with it. And I wanna do that all before tomorrow night. Why not? Should be easy enough. This is a Sawzall blade, and this is a blade off a pruning pole that I had, and I always take the blades off and use the pole for the clipper, but these blades are really pretty badass. So I'm killing myself here. I've only got these little demo blades for my Sawzall. So what I'm going to attempt to do right now is cut the end of this badass tree pruning blade and put it into my Sawzall and make my job go quicker here. So I'm gonna trace this, and then I'm gonna drill a hole in it and cut it to fit in the Sawzall. Now I have to try and be careful. Ta-da! These cuts, rough cuts, and then I'll fix it later. That's the idea. The idea here is that I'm trying to find in this log a longbow. Will it work? I have no idea. So I took my saw and got it down to about 4 inches thick, about 2 inches wide or 3 inches wide. And now I'm taking my skinning blade here and pulling down on it to get it to cut on the grain. Just tearing away at it. Until I get it to where it's more flexible. Just like that. It's starting to look more and more like a bow to me. I think I'm finding the bow inside this log. I'm not cutting any more off because it's very thick. I'm just gonna round it, come up like a cone on the top, flat on the bottom, and then I'm gonna cut a handle in it because I don't want it to end up being too light. So I got the kids sanding it down. I've got a little more cutting to do. Smoothing, shaping, sanding.
They're doing work for me.
And that's my boss. Things are great.
I'm getting some repairs for their thing. Well,
It may not be the best thing ever built, it may not be the prettiest thing ever built, but it was built by me, and that means everything. Can I make it happen? I think so.
Hey, I'm going to sit there.
Okay, have a seat.
So now that I've got some lines marked, of course I had to cross a few out. I think I'll have it sorted out. This will be my left side handle, about finished. This will be my arrow rest. This will all get cut out. Then this side will just get shaved down, make room for my hand. I finally made my own bow and arrow out of a piece of yew. It's not the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing, but I did it, and this is going to be a real religious journey for me to make my own weapon. I don't really like calling it a weapon. I made my own tool to collect dinner is what I've done. Can I do it? Well, that's the challenge.
I haven't made a real string yet, but I tied some plastic twine on here to see how it works.
You can go up to Walmart and you can buy a fiberglass bow and arrow that'll perform way better than this one. It's easier to use, it's more accurate for a couple $100, and you'll be in way better shape than I am. And that's why nobody does this. I'm sure somebody does it, but that's why nobody I know does this. So why do it? This is the human experience. When you go to Walmart and you buy that $200 fiberglass bow and arrow that's super accurate and works way better than this one ever will, you lose out on so much. You just bought something that took humans tens and thousands of years to innovate and design and construct, and all you did was hand them some paper and it's yours. You've lost out on quite the experience, in my opinion. But that's just the way I am, and that's the way I function. And here I am with something I made myself out of a log. Not saying I'm very good at making anything. I'm not. I just I'm on my own journey, and this is where it's led me.